Welcome to number 9 Squadron online training, based here in Wanganui. It's really great to have you along. Today's session is based on land navigation, utilising the Mountain Safety Council videos, and our thanks to them for their resource. In today's lesson, we'll be learning about reading a topographic map, how to use a compass, and how to get back on track. The objective of this lesson is to understand the basics of land navigation, the need to ensure you have the best possible understanding of navigation to keep you on track in the outdoors. References can be found in the Mountain Safety Council Bushcraft Manual or the Mountain Safety Council website. We encourage you to take some notes during the videos, as we'll have a question and answer session at the end. Enjoy the training, and let's get started.
A topographical map is an essential part of any kit when adventuring in the outdoors.
In this video, we're going to show you what a topo map is, what scale is, reading contour lines, and how to identify landmarks using the legend. So, let's get straight into it.
A topo map is a very detailed map that will help you figure out your location and show you nearby landmarks like roads, walking tracks and huts, etc. It also lets you visualize the landscape around you in 3D, all on a 2D piece of paper.
There are two parts to a topo map. The map face. This shows the mapped area with features to help you navigate. The map margin. This is the space around the map that holds information like the legend, map scale details, and information to help you identify what map you have and how current it is.
Scale is a way to translate a huge amount of area into something small like a map. Topo maps come in different scales, but the most useful one for a tramper is a map of 1 to 50,000.
This means that 1 centimetre on the map equates to 50,000 centimetres or 500 metres on the ground in real life. On the map, this translates to 1 kilometre to 2 centimetres. Check out the guide at the bottom of the map. A handy tip is to take a piece of string, a ruler, or even the edge of your compass and measure the distance between two different points on the map. Bring this measurement down to the scale guide, and you can work out how far it is between those 2 points.
You can also find a North Point diagram at the bottom of the map. This helps you adjust for the difference between true north and magnetic north. There's more on this in our How to Use a Compass video.
For now, just remember that north on your map is at the top and south is at the bottom. That makes the right-hand side east and the left hand west. You'll know which way is up because all of the words will be up the right way.
Contour lines help you visualize the map in 3 dimensions. They show the elevation of the ground around you. Contour lines are separated by 20 vertical meters, and every 5th line is a little thicker than the rest. These are called index lines. They will have the elevation above sea level labelled somewhere along it. There is 100 vertical meters between each index line. If you forget what the distance between each contour line is, then just look above the scale guide and the map has a handy reminder for you.
A single contour line represents the same value above sea level, no matter how much it weaves around the map. When the contour lines are bunched up close together, that means that elevation has changed a lot over a short distance. This tells you that the ground has become very steep. When the contour lines are spaced out, it shows that elevation changes slowly. This represents a gradual climb rather than a steep drop-off. A group of contour lines bunched together with a small dot showing the elevation in the middle will represent a peak. A group that is more spaced out will represent a valley. This allows you to view the shape of the environment around you.
Now that we know how the area is shaped, we can look at the legend to find important landscape features. Walking tracks will be shown as small dashed lines climbing across the map. Rivers and lakes will be shown by a blue line or large blue spot respectively. Vegetation will be shaded different colours of green. Huts and other structures will be clearly labelled on the map.
Once you can identify the features around you on a map, you can easily figure out where you are and work out how far it is from your destination. Since maps are split into different sections, you may need more than one when you're travelling through different areas.
Make sure you waterproof or laminate your map. It's not going to be much use to you if it's in pieces.
Learning how to use a compass with a map is one of the most important skills you'll learn for the outdoors. It will ensure that you know where you are and what direction to go in to get to your destination.
In this video, we'll learn how to orient a map using a compass, take a bearing, the difference between true north and magnetic north, and adjusting for declination.
Correctly orienting your map helps you orient yourself to your surroundings.
A useful time to do this is at track junctions to check where you are on the map, or at lookouts and open areas to identify any landmarks you can see.
Firstly, find a flat surface to put your map and compass on. Can you read the words? If not, flip the map until you're reading it like a book. Line up the orienting lines of the compass with the grid lines on the map. Make sure that north on the bezel is lined up with the index marker.
Next, turn your map until the needle points to the angle of declination. For this map, it's 23.5 degrees, but so long as the needle points around the 20-degree mark, you'll be close enough. Now our map is facing north, so have a look at your surroundings and see if you can identify any prominent features on the map. Another great skill you can use your compass for is to take a bearing.
This is especially useful if you can't figure out where the track is heading, which can often happen above the bushline or in open terrain. Take the straight edge of your compass and line the bottom of the ruler up with your current position. Now pivot the compass so that the top of the ruler lines up with your destination. You now have a straight line between you and your destination. Rotate the bezel so that the orienting lines align with the map's grid lines.
Now read the number on the index marker. In this case, it's 50 degrees. Now the angle of declination might sound complicated, but it's actually quite simple. It's all to do with the difference between true north and magnetic north.
If this ball is Earth, then true north is the direct line from where you are to the top of the Earth, aka the North Pole.
This line is represented on the topo map by north-south grid lines and is referred to on the map as grid north. However, the needle on our compass points to magnetic north,
Which isn't actually the North Pole. In fact, it's slightly off in the Arctic Ocean, just north of Canada. This means that our compass points in a different direction. Therefore, we need to compensate for this difference between the two poles in order to find our bearings.
This difference is our angle of declination. To calculate this, there are 3 points to work off.
1. Our position. 2. The position of true north. 3. The position of magnetic north. If we draw a line from our position to true north and another from our position to magnetic north, then the angle between the lines is the declination. As you move around the Earth, the declination changes. In New Zealand, the value is somewhere between 18 and 24 degrees east. Luckily, our topo map has a handy guide at the bottom that lets you know the declination for the area that we're in.
A general rule of thumb is to add the declination when adding a bearing to the map, and taking away the declination when taking a bearing from the map. As we are taking a bearing from the map, this means I need to take away 23.5 degrees from the bearing I have of 50 degrees. So I just need to locate 26.5 degrees on the bezel and rotate it until it lines up with the index marker. Now pick up your compass and turn your whole body until the needle is over the orienting arrow. Now just follow the direction of travel arrow at the top of the compass.
You don't want to be wandering around with a compass in hand the whole time, so here's a quick tip. Find a landmark in the distance that the direction of travel arrow is pointing. Put your compass away and walk to that point. Use your compass again when you get there to find another landmark to head towards.
It's a lot to take in, but a compass is an extremely useful tool to have in the outdoors. So take the time to understand how it works and practice.
Wait, Jordan, do you remember which way we were going?
No, obviously not. I'm following you.
Wait, what? No, I was following you. Are we lost?
Hey, relax, okay? We're not lost, all right? We're just temporarily misplaced, okay? We just need to figure out where we are.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, firstly, we need to ask ourselves, what can we see around us?
I can see the track. And trees?
Keep looking.
Jordan, there's a big cliff.
Excellent. See, this is exactly what we need. All right, so now we need to ask ourselves, what do we already know?
I know you're being awfully positive for a temporarily misplaced person.
Okay, no. What do we know about the area?
Get out the map. Well, we started at that swing bridge and then followed the river north to the second swing bridge.
That's right, and then the track led up away from the river and we got enclosed in tree cover. All right, so what else do you remember?
We crossed a stream.
2 streams.
Yeah, that's what I said. We crossed 2 streams. Hey, look, there's a cliff marked on the map.
Excellent. Okay, so that's perfect. So we know that we're somewhere between the stream and the second swing bridge, and the cliff is on our right, which means we need to walk in this direction. See? Not that hard.
Guess not.
Once you retrace your steps and figure out what's around you, you usually have enough information to figure out where you are and where you need to go next.
Well, let's get temporarily back on track.
Sounds good.
That completes today's training on land navigation, but before we go, let's have a quick quiz and see how you got on. The objective of this lesson is to understand the basics of land navigation. The need to ensure you have the best possible understanding of navigation to keep you on track in the outdoors. References can be found in the Mountain Safety Council Bushcraft Manual or the Mountain Safety Council website. Thank you for participating with Number 9 Squadron online. We look forward to seeing you again soon.